Now to a preview of tonight's Meet the Press Reports Season 3 premiere, which you can watch here on NBC News Now. It focuses on the climate crisis out west, where drought conditions have become so dire. They're sparking concern that the region is growing faster than our natural resources can even support. NBC News correspondent Cal Perry has been covering this slow-moving disaster, and he joins us now from Scottsdale, Arizona. Good morning, Cal. Great to see you this morning. Help us understand today just how bad this drought has become and what it means for the Colorado River and all the people who are depending on it.
So it's become critical for not only the 40 million people who rely directly on the river, but for people all across the country. And we have these new projections from the U.S. government, which are quite frankly scary. If we take the two main reservoirs that feed from the Colorado River to these 7 states, you've got Lake Powell, which feeds the Glen Canyon Dam. They're saying there's a 1 in 3 chance in just 2 years that dam is going to stop making power. And that dam helps to send power to 5.5 million Americans. You go a little bit further downriver, you have Lake Mead, of course, much more famous, feeds into Las Vegas, feeds Los Angeles, feeds both water and power to millions of Americans. By 2025, 2026, we're going to reach that sort of benchmark level of 1,025 feet. That's at which we'll have massive cuts to these states. So people are changing the way that they live now in these cities, in these states. And again, it's going to have a major effect on American agriculture.
So you've been speaking with officials there as you've been covering this story. What are they going to do about it?
Well, look, it's going to take billions of dollars. It's going to take things like the infrastructure bill that we're going to see a lot of coverage about today. Take a look at not only some of what we heard from ranchers and farmers, but what they're doing in both urban areas and what Senator Kelly is looking at. Take a look.
Arizona's state law requires developers to prove they have 100 years of assured water supply before starting new projects here. But how much a state like this diverts to solutions that avoid a climate catastrophe remain an open question. One that Senator Mark Kelly, by virtue of his day job, spends much of his time focused on. We meet up with him outside his home in Tucson.
Washington has to address it.
Yeah.
How is Washington going to address it?
And that's what we're doing. In this bipartisan infrastructure bill, I was one of the 22 senators, 11 Democrats, 11 Republicans. That's one of the things I worked a lot on, was Western water infrastructure. So there's money in there to do things like repair old aqueducts and linings of canals that help us so we don't lose as much water through just leakage into the soil as we transport water across the state.
There's billions of dollars for Western water infrastructure in this bill. The larger problem, the larger reality here is that this is climate-induced. This is climate changed. This is our climate has changed. If you take a look at just some of the facts on that, 10% of what the Colorado River can provide evaporates before it even reaches these cities because of the heat that we're seeing. That heat is only getting worse. This is the coolest it's going to get in the coming decades and centuries. That's the overarching problem, guys.
Again, why so many folks are watching Washington today when it comes to infrastructure and reconciliation, because it's affecting everybody across this country. Cal Perry, my friend, great to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.